What is up, Vikings fans? Welcome to the Sports Brief Podcast. We're going to be talking today about what to expect from Irv Smith Jr. Will he take a step forward in year two? Will he not? We're going to talk about it in just 1 second. But first, we're going to talk about you guys liking, subscribing, and comment. Please leave a comment. Do you really think Irv Smith will take a step forward in year two? And how will he do? I personally think he's going to do well, but let us know what you guys think. Irv Smith Jr. Now, let's get into this thing. Amazing. Actually, a very good tight end coming out of Alabama with the Tide. Played for Nick Saban, won a national title in 2017. Played in 9 games as a freshman and caught 14 passes for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, not exactly gaudy numbers, but he played pretty well, especially for a guy that was coming out of an offense that really I had some questions about it, but they ended up winning the title, so I guess you can't talk about it anymore. But 3 touchdowns in his freshman year, came back his his junior year, and played in 15 games, 44 catches, 710 yards, and 7 TDs. Showed a lot of people that he could play. Very athletic guy. A mismatch for most linebackers and some safeties, not just because of how fast he was, but because he's also a pretty big dude too. And his athleticism was really on display when he ran a 4.6 340 in the combine. So a really great tight end. I wasn't expecting the Vikings to fall to the Vikings. I was expecting him to go in round 1, and plus I just wasn't expecting the Vikings to draft him in round 2. And we'll get into that in just a second. Going into the 2019 NFL draft, I thought that the Vikings needed a lot of offensive linemen. Like, they needed, at least in the first 3 rounds, if they didn't draft an offensive lineman, it probably wasn't going to be good. Like, their interior offensive line was kind of awful. Like, they had basically nobody. So I loved the Garrett Bradbury pick, and I loved Drew Smith in round 4, but I was hoping for somebody a little bit different, and I don't think they needed to grab Alexander Madison, even though it ended up working out. I truly love Alexander Madison as well. But point is, I truly believe the Vikings needed to go with offensive line in the first 3 rounds, but it ended up working out because Drew Smith is going to break out in year 2. He's going to be a stud too. Anywho, Vikings drafted Irv Smith Jr., and I was kind of questioning it. They had Kyle Rudolph, who was in a contract negotiation. I understand that. But at the same time, why do you need another tight end? But he ended up showing a lot of people some stuff, and the Vikings ended up signing Kyle Rudolph, who is the Vikings' all-time leader in touchdown receptions as a tight end. So very, very excited. The Vikings got him in the second round, once again 50th overall, and he kind of showed out for the Vikings in year 1. Now, it wasn't anything. Didn't put up gaudy numbers in year 1 with the Vikings. That played in 16 games, all 16 games. Started 7 and 36 catches, 311 yards, 2 TDs. Now, again, not gaudy numbers, not something that didn't make the Pro Bowl or anything, but a very impressive tight end. Like, obviously, the Vikings doing a lot of more play action with the tight ends and wide receivers and everybody sneaking out into the flats, and Kirk Cousins seems to thrive off of it. So it being the play action. So I'm expecting a lot of big things from Irv Smith Jr. in years 2. I don't expect Kyle Rudolph to take a step back necessarily. I think that the Vikings are going to try to get the ball in Irv Smith's hands because some good things tend to happen, and I think that he's going to be really a force to be reckoned with as the Vikings move forward. And you also got to keep in mind that Justin Jefferson is coming in. I don't know how his development is going to be, and the Vikings are a very run-heavy team. Now, I'm probably thinking anywhere from that 50 to 65 catch range for Irv Smith. I believe probably 5 touchdowns. Now, again, those aren't huge numbers when you look at guys like Tony Gonzalez, who was easily the best tight end of all time. But coming from a guy that isn't going to get the ball thrown to him near as much, and coming out of an offense that mainly runs the football, I'm expecting big things from Irv Smith Jr. He's going to be the Vikings' go-to in terms of big play ability as far as from the tight end perspective. So I really expect him to break out and do really well for the Vikings in year 2. Let us know what you guys think. Leave us a comment. Will Irv Smith Jr. break out in year 2, or will he not? Just let us know.